Jacob, do you have any shares of Puka Nacua?
I do, and I'm so happy that I do. I had a few shares prior to week 1, which was just like a lottery ticket. And then I happened to have the number 1 waiver wire in our main league.
That's right.
And I was able to get him. And that league, I just the way the draft fell to me, I ended up going light on wide receivers in that draft. Like, just I drafted I drafted CeeDee Lamb, and then I waited a while. I ended up getting Pittman, which looks decent, but having Puka emerge has been excellent. I don't know if it's going to last all year, but it's been excellent.
Let me ask you this. Now, I made the comment the other day about how I'm not taking any credit for calling out Puka for saying he's going to be my guy. I put out one short about him in like early June, I think, like right after the draft or before training camp started, that I thought he had a chance to play. And I drafted him in a dynasty league, or I picked him up on the waiver wire in a dynasty league before it even started. And then I got a lot of slack over the weekend because I spent $81 on a fab count of 100 on Puka. I just really believe in him. So the question is, are you a sell high or a hold on Puka Nacua? And for me personally, I'm going to hold him. I'm going to hold him and get whatever I can. Somebody in the comments, I think it was on YouTube or TikTok, I don't remember. By the way, you can find us on TikTok on First Round Fantasy. But one of the things I did see there was it was Mike Williams and who was the other one? It was a running back of some sort. It was like Mike Williams and Isaiah Pacheco for Puka Nacua. And I'm like, first of all, no, because I've seen people that have been offered Garrett Wilson straight up for Puka Nacua. And it's like, what's going on? The value and the inflation of this one particular player has taken fantasy football by storm. And I just feel like
he's literally the highest scoring player in fantasy, right?
he is. But like right off the bat, if someone asked you, if you had if you had Puka and someone offered you Garrett Wilson, would you take Garrett Wilson in this current setup? Like, I don't think I'd do that. I'm going to
Just
ride the hot
regular
hand.
redraft.
Regular redraft.
I don't know. I mean, that's
these
the
are
thing.
literal things that people are seeing.
Oh,
this is a bigger one. This is a bigger one. Puka Nacua for Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase has had 2 down weeks, which, I mean, he's not tanking you. He's gotten 8
That's
points the last 2
crazy.
weeks. But those are the things
thing
that
is,
legit
if
team.
we knew for sure Cooper Kupp was out for the season, then that makes it a lot easier. So that's why I'm willing to trade him, or not willing to be on the opposite side of those trades. It's tough, man, but people get excited about these guys who emerge, and I'm just happy I have a share where it counts. Like, people have inquired about him, and I'm just going to enjoy this ride. If I'm wrong and I could have got a treasure box for him and I didn't, then so be it. But I want to enjoy the ride.
See, and that's another thing. Let's talk about perspective here. If you're in a dynasty league and you have Puka Nacua, you're definitely holding. Cooper Kupp is 30 years old, and he's been injury prone the last 2 seasons. He's supposed to come back in week 4. We don't know if that's even going to happen. It's like, why are you going to give up a commodity like Nacua, who just set rookie records, by the way, across the board in every single statistical wide receiving category? So that's just beyond me. And then if you're playing in a redraft league where winning is so paramount to your success, I don't care if it's winning early in the season or later in the season. You need to win every week when you're in your redraft league. And to me, why am I going to take Mike Williams on injury prone in redraft leagues? And why am I going to take Isaiah Pacheco, capped as far as like touchdowns, passing game, for a guy like Puka Nacua? Like, I don't see it. I want the guy that's going to keep getting me 30 points a game for the next 2 weeks. And if Kupp comes back, so what? He's gotten 20 targets a game. Matt Stafford is throwing the ball 45 times a game. Someone's going to get volume there. So if Cooper Kupp comes back and demands 15 targets a game, guess what? Tutu Atwell getting 9-10 targets a game. Higbee's getting 7 to 8 targets a game. Kyron Williams is getting 7 to 8 targets a game. This team is throwing the ball so much. There's opportunity to go around, and Puka Nacua is not just going to go away. He's not. He's a thing. He's here to stay, and I'm here to tell you, don't give him up. Don't give him up. I really specifically want to dig into TikTok. But, Jacob, I saw a really interesting piece about this the other day, and I'm trying to figure out what it said. It was, I want to know if this holds any weight to you. The Los Angeles Rams are the 5th slowest team in terms of pace of play. So let that sink in. The 5th slowest team in terms of pace of play. But they also are like top 6 in plays run. So it's this totally opposite of the end spectrum where, and you think about their first 2 matchups. They played the Seattle Seahawks, and I don't know if you watched that game because it was when the Niners were playing, and I know you love your Niners, but specifically in that game, dude, the Seattle Seahawks never had the ball. I think the time of possession for the Seahawks in that game total was like under 15 minutes. It was a crazy game in terms of like, possession. And then last week, they're just fighting for their lives. A lot of turnovers. Matthew Stafford gave up the ball 4 times. I don't necessarily know, but I guess what I'm trying to say is he's a hold for me, and I think he's a hold for you. Can we agree on that?
Absolutely. I mean, that's the thing is that's very tough to do. Just hold. I that's what I'm doing, and I've gotten offers, so just hold.
Yeah. Well, clearly the rust is not shaken off of us yet, but maybe it's shaken off of you. So let us ask you guys, what do you think about Puka Nacua, wide receiver for the Los Angeles Rams? I'm even getting the thumbnails wrong. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments. And as always, we appreciate